worked on. That obviously, doesn't preclude any of that work. But I mean, the one thing I did see that you have Zoho. So we use Managed Engine, Service Desk by Managed Engine. So that would probably be a similar protocol for integration on their RESTful APIs.
Right, right. I would be pretty confident that we do have the consultants that would be able to kind of help you in those different areas. I'll be honest with you, jamming everything into, I always hesitate to run through these PowerPoints because it's kind of tough to jam everything that you could possibly do into a 5 or 6 page little run through. But what we do, we actually have over 600 consultants that are actually on our staff. So it's one of those things where we're able to offer some kind of added value is that our consultants actually work directly for us. They're on our W-2, so they're not being sourced from the internet like they will be with the majority of the other companies that you could potentially deal with out there. So that does a lot of things. I'm sure you've been in this business long enough to have had varying experiences dealing with consultants. But it's kind of like tossing darts sometimes. So the business model that we follow is we're not sourcing from 10,000 different names off of the internet and those that are just answering on a job board. These guys actually work for us. They're on our payroll, and it allows us to manage them more effectively, and also it allows us to pass some pretty substantial savings on to you as far as our rates go. So that's sort of our value proposition when it comes to getting the right people placed for you. Obviously, we want to have a really in-depth conversation about exactly what you're trying to accomplish. We want to understand, sort of the various statements of work, the project scopes, and we'd sort of go from there. But we'd spend a lot of time with you on the front end before sending anyone your way, really getting a very firm handle on what needs to be accomplished, how quickly you need these sort of things done, and the price points that you're trying to make these fit into. So I mean, it's hard to tackle all of that in a single kind of initial phone call, but we'd certainly love to have that opportunity when the time is right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to gather my thoughts at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, kind
I know
of coming off the holidays can be tough.
Yeah, organizing all of our integration projects, at least that I'm directly involved in. Once I get a better handle of that.
Really when it comes right down to it, let us kind of put our money where our mouth is. If nothing else, no obligation sort of thing, but give us the opportunity to at least look some project kind of scope information over. Let us put some numbers to it for you, just so you can get a feel for how we do things. And then going from there, it's really obviously up to you as to whether or not you choose to move forward, but we really think that you'll see a lot of value in working for us or working with us, and allowing us to kind of put those numbers down on paper for you to at least sort of analyze and give some thought to.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, good. So either myself or Daniel will circle back with you, but yeah, I mean, we'd love to talk in the next couple of months. Once you kind of have your P's and Q's sort of in line, and we'll just sort of see where it goes from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. All right, Ken. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming, and I really appreciate for your shift and with us. I have just a few questions to you. If you have any question, please email me in detail so I can get you a more analyzed answer for your questions. And at the same time, when shall I contact you back?
Do you want to follow up at the beginning of March?
Beginning of March. Okay, wonderful. And then your interest, what would be your interest?
Possible interest might be integration of NetSuite and Service Desk for that's very notional right now. So I don't. That's a very ballpark. So I don't know if I have specific integration yet.
Okay, integration of NetSuite and
Salesforce, or not Salesforce. Service Desk. It's by Managed Engine. So ITSM.
Okay. Okay. Great. And thank you so much. And if you can, right after we hang up, if you shoot me a short email, since I'm not a very technical person, so I can forward your question to the technical department, so when the time comes, they prepare something customized demo, so you can have more in-depth conversation before even taking the project.
Okay.
All right. So thank you so much. Just shoot me an email with your detailed questions.
Okay. I will hopefully get that done here shortly.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.